It said my legs hurt from standing on business. Oh man. Okay. What was it again? Oh yeah. What do they love about you most? That's right. That's right. Okay. Hey, Kimberly. Hello. I like that title too. I was thinking that'd be something a little warm-hearted, a little bit. Let's put that as part one. Okay. Okay. Oh, we got some people. That was kind of quick. So let's get these little pile selections out. And then we'll do these. Yup. How y'all feeling tonight? Did I miss anything? Vero. Oh, shoot, you don't have anybody right now. It's just not nobody that you know of right now that you're aware of. Don't worry. That might come up. There's always somebody around. There's always. It never fails. Just need to know it. All right. We almost there. We is almost there. Okay. About to show y'all the pile selection. What up, clever stranger? How y'all feeling today? How you feeling today? All right. And here we are. I'm feeling great. Feeling ready. So 4 piles from my left to your right. Pile 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And we'll see what they love about you. What they love about you most. I got a shout out. Bree does everything. Bree from Bree does everything. Cause I seen this topic come down my timeline. She was doing it, and she did it as an all signs, but I didn't have time for 2 hours, so I was like, we'll just make it a pick a card. But I gotta give her a shout out, cause that was her idea. So I wanted to let her know that was an amazing idea. Keep putting up the great work. All right, so pile 1. My bad, y'all. Pile 1. So. What do they love about you most? All right, so you could be dealing with an Aries, a Sag, a Pisces, a Scorpio. They love your potential. They love that you have potential. So this could be like you inspire them. You could be very helpful, very cooperative. You could also help them work through like abilities they didn't know they had. So maybe you're like, so you're like a helpmate. You know what I mean? Like you're very abundant, you're very optimistic. So you make them believe in their abilities. So like skills they didn't know they could do. So like let's say that people didn't know that they could tie their shoes. You know, you come in and you inspire them, you give them this upbeat, optimistic vibe, like you can do anything, you're amazing. And next thing you know, they're tying their shoes. So like, this is what they love about you. Like you're very inspiring, all right? But from a more optimistic, hopeful, big me up, right? Now, because we got Jupiter here, automatically, what they love about you is you're a big deal. You could be a big personality, a big aura. You could be very abundant as well, but it's usually about your imagination. You could be very lucky. Opportunity just kind of like fall into your lap. All right, this is what they love about you the most. You could be generous because Sagittarius or Jupiter is a generous area, so you could be just generous to them. So they like that you make them rethink things. So like, you know, if they're going through issues, going through trouble, you make them rethink things. All right, they like how aggressive and confident you are. And you have strong beliefs. I got Sagittarius again. You have strong beliefs. Oh, and individuality. So, yeah, you definitely stand out a lot. All right, but you stand out for being somebody who's just a big personality. Just like the aura that shows up around you just comes off as like, I know I got it. I know I deserve this. Hey, Shar, DZ. So it's like, I just know that I got this. I know that I'm going to be able to do what I want to do, or I'm going to be able to achieve what I want to achieve. Like you inspire people that you big them up. You could be like a cheerleader. You know what I mean? You could be like a cheerleader. You're very passionate. You know how to go after your desires. You inspire them to go after their desires. So you can almost be like a life coach in a way. You know what I mean? Like people have bigger goals and aspirations when you're around. All right. But they also love that you're on your, like you do things on your own. You do things on your own mission. You don't really need other people to, I guess, you know, push you or make you do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Like you're aggressive. You go after what you want. So you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Libra. So for some of you, okay, we got Sag again. It's a lot of Sag. So you must be very like optimistic when you show up. It's not really a happy-go-lucky. It's just one of those people that just come off very confident. Like even if they didn't put the work in, they just be like, I can take this asshole. They could be 5'2", you know what I mean? And you can inspire them to be like, you know what? You're gonna beat up this 6'8" guy who's 380 pounds. You got it, baby. Like you give that type of vibe. Like you can really make people feel like they can do anything. All right, but it's like you have this natural ability to yourself, so this individuality about you like makes you stand out, and it gives you more of a bigger aura. All right, yeah, we're gonna get to that in a second. Danielle, thanks for hanging out. They also like your philosophies. So the way you see the world, you may have a big picture thinking, or you just may have this go and get it type of vibe or attitude. It's like, you know, if you want it, you may impulsively make action to go after it. You may have a big imagination. That might be part of like what makes you feel like you can have anything. It's like, well, if it was in my mind, I feel like I can make it happen. And then you go after it. Now they like you as aggressive, but it's really because of your ambition. So you could be aggressive in a like sexual way too, because Mars is here and that usually represents your drive. So it could be like you have a lot of sex drive. You could have a lot, it's not really sex appeal, but it could be because it's Scorpio energy here. So it could be like, you know, sex appeal that comes to you. I mean, that radiates off of you. Hold up. Woo. For some of y'all could be a fighter. You could have like a nice body because, you know, Cali here is one of those cards I always use as like a nice body. So again, it could be your nice body. And because Mars is here, it does have to represent sexuality. So they could be very much attracted to you, but it just more so on your optimism and your faith to like overcome whatever comes your way. Because some people feel like you're a heartbreaker. They feel like you know what I mean, you're like not a prude, but like you're a heartbreaker. You have these strong beliefs and principles, and you know, you kind of like shun people when it comes to love. So like, you know, maybe you could be a little cold or like, you know, really repressed. Oh, we got Capricorn energy here and we got Virgo energy. Did I say that already? And we got Cancer energy here. So we do got some nurturing here. So what people love about you, what'd you say? Hold on, my comment. Oh no, you're not rushing me. I didn't take it that way at all. No, we just chilling. I got time. Even if you know what I mean, you did your own thing, it'll be here. You can always circle back and see it again. Just thanks for rocking and rolling for the moment. Anyway, so you're a leader because it says stand up and lead. So that's what they like about you, that you're a leader, but you lead them with optimism and with faith and generosity of spirit. You know what I mean? Like I big you up, I expand you. So you could have like a lot of information or a lot of higher knowledge, wisdom, because Jupiter is a sign of wisdom, higher knowledge. Usually, like I said, imagination, but it's usually far travel, space, astrology, college, sports medicine. You know what I mean? Like training stuff that takes a long time to like, not a long time, but it takes a lot of intricacy or learning a bigger perspective of things. So like medicine, sports medicine is like something that you have to learn bigger principles and understandings of, you know, computer technology, stuff like that, but not really, because Jupiter isn't really about technology, but it could be. You know what I mean? It's they just assume that you get a lot of abundance from your imagination. Like you just make things happen, you act on it, and that's what they really love about you. Like it makes you stand out amongst others. You know, you're not afraid to be who you are. And you're very lucky to be around because we even got the Wheel of Fortune and we got Jupiter, which represents abundance. All right. So they also like that you suffer, that you don't really do so well with boundaries. Like they keep kind of like going over the same situations with you. So it's like you keep them around. That's what it is. You keep them around. You may have these strong principles. You may be very like tough or like, it gives like a tough vibe, but it gives like only tough because you're standing on your ground. You're standing firm about what you believe, what it is that you want to see happen, what you desire. So like that unwavering faith is what they love most about you. It's like you see the potential in anything. You know what I mean? That's Jupiter energy. It's like anything can happen. I believe in it. Even if we haven't seen this ever happen or occur before, I'm just that damn lucky. You know what I mean? So it kind of comes off as like delusional, like along the lines of delusional, but at the same time inspiring, because like, how are you gonna make that happen? And they do at the same time see you as like lucky, and they also see you as like having opportune moments that just kind of like fall into your lap. So like at the same time, they're like, well, I do love that about you. Like you're not afraid to stand out on your limb or stand out on your own and do as you see fit. You know what I mean? So like they like that. They probably also like the way that you talk. Like it can sometimes be, maybe you mumble, or it could be confusing sometimes. Like you know how you can maybe say things to people, but it kind of comes off as a little vague, but you get the message. It's like the gist to it. Like you understand it, but maybe it could be like I'm talking out like outwardly about something else, but you know that it's aimed at you. You know what I mean? Like they kind of like that. Like, you know, like you may say some things that could be a little hurtful, but it's not intentional, but it's also something that makes them reflect because we got the Hermit here. So it's also something that makes them reflect. And they could probably also like that you don't be around a lot of people, because the hermit is somebody who's not really around a lot of people. They tend to like their own company. So they tend to also what they call self-soothe or self-loathe a lot. So you could be that. Like you could be somebody who doesn't like want relationships, or like I'm not gonna say not want relationships because we got Cancer here, but maybe not, because well, no, you want relationships, but it's almost like you appear like you don't want relationships. That's what I'm gonna say here, because we got the world here, but the world in this version is like a couple and they're dancing, but it's in reverse. So like they're dancing. So this would be like a couple. You would probably require or want it, and we got 4 cups. Yeah, definitely want relationships. All right, so you definitely would want relationships, but these may, for some of y'all, these may be open relationships, or these may be like open to the potential of relationships, because sextile was the first thing out. So like they see you as being relationship friendly, but just open to relationships, but at the same time, not like you prefer to be alone or in your own company. You got a lot of wisdom, and whatever you say or whenever you speak things to them, it's coming from a strong place of like, I know what I'm speaking on or what I'm saying, because you have the wisdom. All right, so they like that. You know what I mean? How expressive you are. You know, and it could come off as blunt, because we got a lot of Sagittarius energy here. So you could come off as kind of blunt, and that probably just like, you know, tickles people's fancy. You know what I mean? Because like they like interacting with you. So it's probably an adventure or it's an experience every time that either expands their mind, expands their desire to go after what they want, makes them feel a lot more comfortable either in their sexuality or in their like their aggression. Like that makes them feel a lot more ambitious or a lot more driven to get what they desire. Like you're good, you're just like a good helpmate. Like that's what I'm gonna say. Like, you know, I'm not even saying like you couldn't be like a leader, because you also got leader here too. So you probably could flip flop, because we do got Libra energy here. You could probably flip flop back forth, where it's like, okay, today I'll be in charge and I'll fight for this and I'll defend my principles. But like you also know how to like, you know, back down. Okay, I can do this on my own and you can do what you do. Like I don't need you to be here at all times. So like they like how you, I guess, work around them. You know what I mean? Okay, yours is 3. It'd be almost there too, because I was just about to say we got one more card and then I'm about to do a what you call it? I'm about to do the advice, because I'm trying to keep them under like 15 minutes. So that way I can get 4 in an hour. All right, so time for healing. So they like being around you, your vibes are very healing. And we got Pisces energy. So you tend to sacrifice for them. That's really what they want. But they also feel like, because we got meditate and contemplate, this is one of the relationships that's hot and cold. So they like that. It's like a game. It's like a game where you're hot and cold. One moment you're very loving, nurturing, helpful, inspiring, all. Then the next day we might not really hear from you, or we might not really talk like that. Or you're spending time to yourself, because the Virgo energy or the hermit energy is here, is like that energy is where like I'm not super pressed, like I don't need you always around to like bother me. You know what I mean? I'll talk to you when I talk to you. You know what I mean? But you's like, it's kind of like sometimes you maybe solve their problems. You know what I mean? Like they what they like is they imagine that you have other people, maybe like in this time period that they don't hear from you. They imagine that you have other people. Okay, so you could be dealing with Capricorn, could be dealing with a Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. All right. Yeah, I got a lot of Leo. It's your confidence and your assertiveness. That's really what they love most about you. Like that Sagittarian energy. So even if you're not a Sagittarian, you come off as like a big deal in their life. You know, a big presence, the personality, their aura. You know what I mean? They just see you as maybe a leader in their life, but at the same time you help them. So you're not like too big-headed, that's dope. That's like down to earth. All right. So anyway, let me get some advice. And we're gonna go over here to pile 2. Why do they call me the Nooners? They don't call me the Nooners. Only Shar calls me that. So here's your advice. Healing. Listen to your heart. Love is the greatest healer. It has the capacity to balance and heal your emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, which in turn will heal you physically. Your angels are here with you and will help dissolve your fears. Trust in the power of love to guide you, and your life will magically transform. This card is confirmation that healing is occurring right now. So some of y'all might got some monies or something, because we got the Wheel of Fortune and Jupiter. So some of y'all must have some money, or you're like very abundant. Like when you show up in people's lives, they make money, or they get like opportunities that they normally wouldn't have gotten. Like this can sometimes be like through networking or whatever. All right. So let's get over here to pile 2. I'm about to show y'all the pile selection again. Okay. Uh-oh, we got 24 people. Okay. So let me show you the pile selection again. All right, so 2, 3, 4. All right. You need to look at it a little longer. For those new people that just came in, 2, 3, 4. Shar, you heard them? You hear them? It was like, why they call you Nooners? All right. So, pile two. Pile two for your ex. Hey, look, I got a friend that does that too. She be having different piles for each person. And she's like, they be right on too. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. The intention is important. The intention is important. All right, so one more shuffle over here. We're gonna put these over here. Won't use them again. All right, so. No, that's not gonna work for me. All right, so there we go. Pile two, we got, what do they love about you most? So you could be with Aquarius, could be dealing with a Cancer. Again, same type of energy has popped out again. Cancer and Aquarius. That's a weird combination there. So this is somebody who loves with a detached view of like relationships, of intimacy, all right? They like that. They like that you are able to trust in the universe to give to you. They believe that you trust on, like almost like Sagittarius, but it's not. Like you believe that better comes for you, all right? They like that you do a lot of self-care, so like a lot of resting, a lot of relaxing. I got Aquarius again. So these are, and we got karmic past. We got Capricorn, we got Gemini. Yeah, we got Gemini. So this could be people from your past, but it could also just be people like in your community, like in a close, you know what I mean? In a close, like, it's usually like a community or your neighborhood. So it could be in your, like your neighborhood, all right? But sometimes it could also be like childhood people or like kids, not say kids, but like siblings, people who feel like siblings, all right? Like usually that's cousins that feel like siblings. So it could be these people or it could just be in general, all right? But anyway, they like that you take a lot of I would say self-care days or like relaxing. You're not afraid to like find time to heal, nurture yourself. And you know how to handle situations from a more diplomatic view or diplomatic perspective, you know what I mean? You're very tolerant of people. That's what they like. The way that you communicate and you talk and the way that you think, you're very tolerant of people. You make them feel comfortable enough to speak up or to say what's on their mind. That's what they like. You're very nurturing, like a mother figure, or like a definitely a nooner, or you're like a counselor almost. You know what I mean? Like they can talk to you and you're open-minded. So they like that. They like that you have this comfortable vibe to you because the South Node is here. So you could be somebody that they've known already, or it's just a vibe of like feeling like I know you already because the third house is a house of familiarity. So it could be that. So there's like a familiarity to you naturally. Sometimes it can make it like a soulmate bond. But it's just more so, I think also like the way you communicate or the way you talk. Like you're social. It's just socializing. And you're very tolerant. So like this can be like, you know, in the midst, because I think of Gemini as like somebody, even when you say something wrong, they don't really like flinch too much. They be like, oh, okay. And they just kind of go with it, but they kind of like check it like, hey, watch yourself, you know what I mean? But they kind of like still keep going. So it's like they still keep socializing, talking. So you could probably be one of those people who's like, oh, you can't say something like that, but let's just keep playing, you know what I mean? So you can probably still keep going, like you're tolerant of people. You don't really trip too much, all right? You're emotionally, so they feel like you're very emotionally fulfilled, or that you would be emotionally fulfilling. That's what they love. They love how you're able to express emotions. Okay, that does not give me like a Gemini Aquarius vibe, but I guess so. For these people, we got Virgo, we got Libra, so they like how you express your emotions. We got Aquarius, and we got Capricorn here again. So there's a lot of Aquarius energy here. I noticed that. A lot of air. So it's probably the air sign piles, all right? It's a lot of air, or you're just attracting a lot of air people, and this is what they love about you. Like, oh yeah, my bad. It makes sense now. Hold up. It makes sense now, because as I'm looking at all the cards and all the signs, these are all the signs that have issues with overthinking and with emotions and like connecting. Cancer is not really one of those, but Cancer is if you're not in their close circles. So, and that's why the third house is here. Ha! So that's what people love about you, that you just don't love everybody. Like you love certain people. It's almost like being specific, like being almost like in a select group. You know what I mean? Like you're upper echelon if I love you, if I care for you, if I nurture you, if I talk to you, if I communicate with you, if I allow you into my community, if I socialize with you. You're somebody. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's what people love about you. Like everybody doesn't just get the, like your attention, or just doesn't get to like socialize or hang out with you or like be in your circle. So like that's what they love. Like, oh, I'm part of a higher echelon. Like you don't just like spend this time with anybody, everybody. You only do this with me, or you only do this with these people. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. You know what I mean? They feel like you're tolerant of people, but like, nah, that's not my people. These are my people. But yeah, they cool. You know what I mean? So like that's the vibe. Ha! So you're very trusting, but you're very trusting that what's good for you, like what's coming my way. You can trust in that. You know what I mean? Sometimes the Aquarius energy is that prophetic. So it's like sometimes you can see situations where things are going before they've gotten there. And that's what people like. And they like, this is your mind. Third house is your mind. You know what I mean? How you're taught to see yourself in the world almost. Well, it's taught how you're taught to like express yourself. How you're taught to feel comfortable to express yourself. The Nooner vibes. I like that. Oh. Hey, so look. So people like, so for some of y'all, you can be very like strategic when it comes to like moving up. So this is usually a card of, Scepter is usually a card of social climber. So they may like that you're a social climber. You know how to network, you know how to talk, you know how to communicate. You're very social. You know what I mean? And because we got the mask here, you also know how to deceive people. So like you can put up a mask. Because it's like, and a mask can be like sales. Like say you do sales, you may not be as pleasant like this all day long, but they like that you can put up, I mean, like this look or this act, this behavior of being this way. You know what I mean? And it's detached where it doesn't really bother you or really impact your day all day. You know what I mean? You come off as maybe a little cold, but you still have this like inner emotion where it's warm. It's like we know that you care, but you just don't show it. But you show it because I'm around. So that's what they like. Like, you know what I mean? Like being able to be around you is part of like, you know, a status symbol almost. Cause I seen Capricorn earlier. So that's anytime I see Capricorn, I know it has to do with status in some sense. All right. Like the few who have, the many who have not is a Capricorn principle. So anytime I see Capricorn, I know that's what it usually represents. It's some type of status, wealth, money, abundance, achievement, something with public recognition. And it's usually because of being friends, socialites, or whatever. So it might have to do with that. All right. But people like your thoughts, the way you work through your thoughts. Like maybe you talk them out, maybe you speak them out, maybe you, I don't know, maybe you don't like have a problem sharing them. Because Aquarius is somebody who comes off as like matter-of-factly. So it's like, I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't mind sharing them. You come off as like, hey, everybody's included, but not everybody's included, if that makes sense. Like, I love you all, but these are my people. These are my vibes. That's what people like. Okay, so hold on, let's get into this tarot. Cause I was almost about to get into some advice. Okay. So, what do people love? I said, what do people? So I meant, what do they love about you most? All right, so they love that you have talents, some natural abilities. Oh, okay. Some of y'all, they like how attractive you are, how sexually attractive, and they like you. Okay, they like your principles, like your principles, and they like how you express yourself. Again, it's the same thing, huh? So they like how unexpected you are when you kind of like reach out or whenever you talk to them, like when you initiate. So like you come out, oh, so maybe you just like pop out randomly on them because the tower is here. Sometimes like unexpected change. So they like how you change things up on them. Like maybe one day you're like very professional, or one day you're very like traditional, or very like, you know, right is right, wrong is wrong. And then maybe the next day you're like, boop. You know what I mean? The light of nooners. So yeah, so look, they view it as a new opportunity. For some of y'all, they like that you're a new opportunity or a new chance for like relationships. You could be dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sag. You could be dealing with the Taurus. You could be dealing with the Aries or a Scorpio. They like how you put yourself out there to be seen. So maybe you get a lot of attention. Because like they feel like you're very attractive and like you're very active and very assertive. But it's like in a more detached way where it's like, I don't really care how this all plays out. I'm just being me. Because we got a lot of Aquarius energy here that always represents authenticity. All right, and we got the Magician here. So they like that you're able to create what you want from nothing, or like you're able to like make situations happen and make it look like effortless, because the Magician is in reverse. And sometimes the Magician in reverse, I've seen it play out as people who do things either covertly or they do things in a way let's say you work from home. You recognize that maybe if I just move my mouse around a little bit, it looks like I'm at work. You know what I mean? And I'm not. But like they like that you're able to like make a way out of no way to benefit yourself. You know what I mean? That's what they really like. You're very crafty. You're good with your hands possibly, you know, or maybe you work with your hands, but they kind of feel like you don't have to do a lot of work to make progress or to make effort or make things happen. Like you just kind of like dream it up, think it up, and then you just kind of like, you know, do a one little two, and then there it is, boom, bow. You know what I mean? A creation. So they kind of, maybe they like your platform. If some of y'all have a platform, they like the platform. Like they love that about you, like you're able to make something out of nothing. So like this could be like a YouTube, an Instagram, a hot dog stand. You mean a hairstylist, right? Hairstylist, that is something from nothing. Those are like one of the most magical people. Barbers and all that. Like how much do they even make? How much do they really make? You don't know. But it's so amazing because they be buying houses, cars, on trips. You be like, what the fuck? You'd have thought they ran a Fortune 500, and they might. And it's one of those things. They're like, wow, you really could do this. And because you got Aquarius energy, it's always futuristic. It's like, I already kind of like seen this coming. So that's what they like about you, like that confidence of like, hey, I already seen this coming. You know what I mean? Because we got the Ace of Wands here, but they also like that you don't always speak what you know. So you could be somebody who's very secretive, because we got the mask here, which is about being quiet or having deceptive thoughts. You know what I mean? Like you maybe make them kind of like think different about you in a way, but it's not like in a bad way, but it's like you change their perception in a way where now they're thinking thoughts that are unusual. You know what I mean? So like maybe they see you pull a move at work and all of a sudden they're like, well, maybe I've been working too hard. Maybe you know something I don't know. Maybe I need to do something around. So you make people want to like tweak stuff in their life or start changing things around their life or start like looking at their potential to create the life or the outcomes that they want. You get what I'm saying? Because they feel like, so for some of y'all, they feel like you guys are upper echelon, like already established or like high up into something. So they kind of like watch you as either a mentor, like they want to as ask advice. They like that, you know, that you're a leader. They like how assertive you are, or how like, I was going to say how impressive you are. So I guess some of y'all are impressive, all right? And just like how you just pop out, just like, oh, here I am. Cherish me. I'm here for guidance if you need me. I'm here for help if you need me. I know everything. So it's almost like a know-it-all. So you got some of y'all probably are into education or something like that. But it's like you give off a friendly vibe, but like people know, like they know like it's genuine when you're giving them love, but they also love when it's like that you just don't love everybody. You're just not for everybody. And you recognize that and you're okay with that. And you're just who you are. And they like that. They love that. They're like, yeah, damn, you are who you are. And you're comfortable with it. And that's what they admire most. You know, it's like, you know, I love it, but I also admire it because that's what we get. Like, but it's like you won't get that. You won't get that from them because we got the mask here. So this is usually people who won't speak up or communicate that. You know what I mean? They just kind of admire you, just look at you from a distance, maybe. Because sometimes it can come off as like they see you as higher than them or a higher echelon. So sometimes it could be like they don't feel as good or feel like they can do what you do in order to be able to like, you know, get on your level or to be able to like associate with you. So like some of them is people who are probably in your group, like in your friend group, and then others are probably people who watch you as well, like watch you from a distance. Because the visionary is a screen, and I've always seen that to play out as like screenplay. So maybe you're in the movies, maybe you're an actor, maybe you're great at like, you know, mannerisms, hand mannerisms, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Or, you know, you can use your hands, whatever. It's a lot of different ways that could have went. But yeah, that's really it. Your communication style and the interest that you guys share in common, they like that. They feel like you're just an original person. That's a good one. All right. So hold on before I go too far. So some of y'all, it's kind of like, yeah, it could be from a distance. It doesn't have to mean like there's a distance, but like, well, for some of y'all, they like that y'all live in like a city, or they like that you, kind of gives off that like, what's the vibe? Like they kind of fantasize about you being maybe gentler or more like, I guess I'm gonna say emotional. Cause that's not, this pile doesn't really give too much emotion. So like people fantasize about you being like emotional. You know what I mean? Like initiating and like dropping this mask and like expressing how you feel and like getting closer to them. And this is the dream. So this is what part of it is. Like they feel like there's unfinished business. So some of y'all, people love about you that there's more to the situation. Like they feel like it's not over. So like there's like that yearning of holding on to you or wanting more. And they feel like eventually it's fated that this situation will fall back into something. Some of y'all, they think that y'all will be married. So know about that. All right, but anyway, here's your advice. Oh wait, let me give you signs real quick. So I got Virgo, Gemini, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Virgo, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius. I said that? Yeah, so anyway, blessings, love, light, blessings. Through this card, you are being showered with angelic light. Accept the blessings about to come your way and know that you deserve to be and have all your heart's desires. You are being lovingly guided along a golden path, a magical journey through which you shall discover your true essence, the infinite and eternal you. Congratulations. Okay, so that was for pile 2. I had my elbow in the way the whole time. Okay. I'm gonna do that. Okay. What y'all say? Cause y'all in there cutting out. Gemino. I know. Shout out to all the Geminos. Hey, I talk real fast, y'all. Look, but they used to say I didn't talk that fast. They say I talk country. I guess that was probably 'cause I was talking like Philly people back then. All right. Wow, wow. So he's on pile three. Pile three is gonna be this. I think it's rose quartz. It's gonna be this rose quartz, and then pile four will be this green thingy. It's Amazonite. 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 All right. So pile threes. All right. Let's get a quick shuffle in real quick because I like using these decks. Okay. Dang. So pile three. Okay. So pile three. What do they love about you most? No Geminos? Oh, nobody messaged me. All right. So no Geminos. All right. So pile three. Hold on. Patrice. All right. Let me see. Okay. So you could be dealing with a Virgo. Okay. So they like that you trust your feelings when like looking for things or when like analyzing, initiating things, starting things. They feel like you're very good at like paying attention to details. So some of y'all could be like a detective. You know what I mean? That's what they love about you. Like it's not always clear. Like the things that aren't very clear, you're very like perceptive or very like, nitpicky almost. Like you're very detailed. That's what the people love about you. What they love about you the most. Why I keep saying people? It must be people. Maybe I should have made the title to people. But okay, whatever. I just kind of assumed it was a person, but let's say people. All right. Anyway, they like that you attend to details. You're very like, I was gonna say, you focus on the minute things. All right. And you have a lot of potential. So a lot of potential to help them. You're like easy to get into a relationship with. Could be dealing with a Leo. So you're not their usual type. That's what I will say. That's what they love about you. That you're just not who they would normally deal with. You're not who they would normally associate with, but you're very confident. You're very out there. So we got the sun here. So you have a lot of personal power. You could be in a leadership position. All right. They like that you clean up a lot, that you're tidy, you know what I mean? Or that you're always doing something. You're always being active, always getting something done. That's what they feel like. They also feel like you're very creative, but also romantic. But they feel like you hide it. So they feel like you have a lot of romantic like feelings or emotions, but you hide it. You know what I mean? They feel like they bother you or like they don't like they disrupt you a lot or like they cause like I'm not gonna say conflict in your life, but like they don't want to bother you. But they love that about you, like that you're always doing something. You know what I mean? So like maybe they like to do that. Maybe they like to bother you as part of like getting your attention. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what you doing? Just to like get you, get themselves on your mind. All right. They like that. They like being around you. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. They like how competitive you are and oh shit, and how controlling you are. You got Virgo. I got Virgo energy here again. So they like that you like defend yourself. All right. Some of y'all could have had like this issue from like childhood, like having to defend yourself or feeling like you're always under scrutiny or like maybe even like your secretness, like how secretive you are, but like you're very competitive. So sometimes they like so they love that you can be like secretly competitive. You know what I mean? Like you don't necessarily outwardly say we're competing, but you just behave in a way that lets them know like I'm ready to turn it up. So they like that. But they also like I said, that you're very expressive when it comes to like your feelings. All right. You could maybe be in your ego. You could be very prideful. Even if you're not necessarily a Leo, that's the biggest sun that the sun is showing in this. So whenever the sun shows up, all it just means is that the sun is going to overtake everything else that's happening here. So like even if you seem secretive and all that stuff, it's coming from a place of like personal power of like I'm going to do this because I want to do this and because it makes me feel good. It makes me happy. You know what I mean? So that's what they like. They like that. Like I do what I want. It makes me happy. And that's what they feel about you. They feel like you do that and you're not afraid to defend yourself. You've already done that before. You're like, I had to do that before. I'm not afraid. You know what I mean? But anyway, like I said, you're not the usual type. Okay. So they feel like you have a platform for some of y'all, or they feel like you like to fulfill the expectations of others. So they feel like you're a pleaser, like you like to please people. That's what they love about you, that you're a pleaser. Like you put other people first, all right? And that you always try to find a way to negotiate, or you always try to find a way to not cause conflict, stress. But you can turn it up, but you don't. You know what I mean? So they also like that you're able to change careers, or you're able to do what you want in terms of like careers, like you have a lot of control, or have like a lot of power in your career in some way. So maybe like you, even if you're not like a boss, you can just be, because we got Virgo energy here, This is usually, so this is how I've seen this play out when it comes to Virgos at work. Even if they're not the boss, you'd be very surprised that they're not the boss, because they're doing all that they would have, like, that a boss would have done, and they're doing it how they would have wanted to do it. And that's what's always so funny, you know what I mean? So like, even if they're not the boss, you can't tell, because the boss will talk to them like they're just chilling, you know what I mean? Like, I know plenty of Virgos, and every time I meet people who have like Virgos, they don't really be working. I mean, they work hard, but like, they're not the boss always, but they do give off the vibe of being the boss. So like, you could be a boss, or you could just be the person who's like, you know, who bosses always respect. Like, other bosses come to you, or like the boss comes to you and asks you advice, ask you how to do things. Or there's people who are like more authority. So this could be like, let's say, just an example. Let's say that you sell tires. I don't know, that's kind of weird. Let's say you sell tires, right? And if you sell tires, maybe celebrities always buy tires from you. You know what I mean? Just from you for some reason. Like, it's kind of like that. Like, you know, like the high ups always come around you, or always around you in some way. You know what I mean? Like, people kind of feel like their self-worth is attached to you liking them, because you're so easy to get along with, and everybody else likes you being around. So it's like everybody feels like they have to impress you almost, or feels like they have to, I'm gonna say, succumb to you in a way. It's like you're very creative, right? Very romantic, but you don't really always express it. It comes off as more of like confidence and cockiness and assertiveness, all right? But anyway, you create this feeling of uncertainty in people. That's what they really love about you. Like, they don't really know where they stand with you. You know what I mean? Because they feel like you can always maybe do better, or you feel like you can always do better, or they feel like you're quick to move on, or they feel like you always have a choice, a decision on what you want to pursue. So they feel like you get a lot of attention. Duh. So we got Leo, we got Pisces, we got Virgo, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo. You're able to make stuff happen. Same like Pile 2 in a way, but this is in a way where you're able to make things happen for everybody. You know what I mean? Definitely, y'all. Be sure to like that video. Thank y'all always in advance. Yeah, so they feel like, so, all right, boom. This is cool too, because it was kind of going where I was going at before. When we got the High Priestess here, it's just somebody who other people really can't get close to. All right, like, people can't get close to you. That's what they really like. You get a lot of attention. A lot of people maybe know you. You're popular, but everybody can't get close to you. So you're like, it's kind of like that last pile where you're like a higher echelon. Other people, like, you know, want to be in relationships with you. And because of your validation, like, if you don't validate them, then other people feel like maybe they're not attractive, maybe they're not a go-getter, maybe they're not as creative, maybe they're not really your type. You know what I mean? Like, people kind of doubt themselves, and they like that about you, because it's like they want to please you, all right? But they also like that you're a pleaser, so they like that. They like that you try to compromise or find a way to, like, meet them in a negotiable state. You know what I mean? Like, they like that you don't always blow up right away. Like, you suppress your anger and your frustration, but they can see it clearly. So they love these. So mostly it's like your expressions, because the sun is here. So it's usually like your expressions. This could be like your facial expressions. This could be like in your mannerisms. This could be in like your actions, like the way you get people's attention. Like, maybe you say something with a high tone, a low tone. You know what I mean? Like, people know when you're doing this, because it's a pattern. So like, people know they have to pay attention to you. So there's a pattern. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Sharon. So it's always like a pattern. They know that they have to pay attention to you. They have to watch what you're doing. So that's what people do. They know that they have to attune to you, like, have to get to know you on a more emotional level. That's what it is. So people love that they have to connect to you on a more emotional level. Like, it isn't just, like, it's more like a spiritual level, because it's Pisces, but it's not just like, you can't just try to date me or just try to be around me. Like, you have for some, it even has to be on like a, you know, I said spiritual? I think I did, because that's why I really was going to it when I seen the High Priestess again. On a spiritual level. Like, you know, you have to connect with me on like a soul level, where you care about me, who I am as a whole, where you can see me, flaws and all, and still understand me. So it's getting to that point where it's like, people love this about you, but they also love like that little distinct taboo-ness about you. Like, it's something about you that's just like not easily found in others. You know what I mean? It could be because of like a nurturing vibe, or like this willing to like sacrifice for them and their needs. And when they're in a time of like, you know, I'm gonna say desperation, but it doesn't give me, nothing in here really gives me desperation, but it could be for some, because I'm saying it. So it could be desperation. Oh yeah, when they're going through crisis, because we got quarter life crisis. So it is when they're going through crisis. All right. And what people also like is that nothing is ever good enough for you. You're never appreciative. It's never good. So your successes that you've already created or had were never enough. It's like, sure, I might have won a Grammy. I should have won 3 more. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's never enough. Like, so you could be an overachiever, because we got the 6 of Wands here. So you could be an overachiever, where you succeed in a lot of the things that you go after, and you can change jobs, you can make choices very easily, and whenever you make a choice or a decision to go after something, it bears fruit, you know what I mean? Or it gives you some type of win, some type of like, I was gonna say celebrity status for some of y'all. So for some of y'all, like a celebrity status, but it just means it increases your popularity, fame. More people know about you. More people mention you. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? They like that you're just very perfectionistic and very analytical about what to do. And they also like that you're very attractive, because the high priest is somebody who's very attractive. So it's like your attractiveness. And sometimes this can be in a not a non-traditional way, but sometimes it can be in a where it's not like a societal view. Like this may be somebody who's more attractive. Maybe like you're taller than average women. Maybe you're leaner than average women. Maybe you're heavier than average women. Maybe you're darker than average women. Maybe your hair is short. You know what I mean? Like it gives off not like a taboo vibe, but it gives off like you're not necessarily the usual like qualities they would date. You know what I mean? Like you're not the type of woman I would normally date. Like, on Instagram, we always look at the women with the big butts or the pretty face or the makeup, the face beat. And some men don't like that. You know what I mean? Like they may like it, but some men don't like that. Some men do, some don't. So it's like this give that vibe of like you're not necessarily fitting into a social standard of beauty, but you're very attractive to them. You know what I mean? Like it's something about your aura. They can't put their finger on you, because that's what the high priest is. Somebody that you can't read. You can't really put your finger on it, but there's a deep, intense feeling and emotion and connection. For some of y'all, it's because you're intuitive. You're a psychic. You know what I mean? We got that platform, and we got the high priestess. Dare I say, you're a tarot reader. Congratulations, right? So it could be that, because the altar is also having a platform, and they also feel like other people listen to you. So they admire that. Like you're an overachiever. You have this sense of self, this sense of confidence, and you trust in your own instincts. You know what I mean? You're open, like whenever, like I'm gonna say, whenever disruptions or unexpected things come about your way, you trust in your confidence. You trust in your ability and your discipline to make things happen. You know what I mean? Plus, sextile is here, which just means that through other situations, you learn skills and talents on like what to do. So maybe you learn very quickly, because that can also be that with the sun here and that discipline, you can learn very quickly. You know what I mean? You make ideas or thoughts come together. So because you have imagination and sextile, this means that you can communicate ideas, fantasies. So they may even like that you sell them dreams in some ways. So this means that you can like sell dreams. So maybe you're a rapper for some of y'all. You could be like a rapper, very good with words, very good at talking. You know what I mean? You're a chunky monkey. You know what I mean? So you could be very good at talking, very good at rapping. You know what I mean? Or very good at just like putting words together. And that's what they like. Some of y'all could be writers, painters, drawers. You're creatives at heart. That's what they really love about you. Like you're creative at heart, and you find confidence in that. So they also like that you don't really keep a lot of friends around. You know what I mean? Like you can be defensive when it comes to like friends or like coming around you or being around you, or like you don't really like a lot of like conflict. You don't like a lot of fighting. I don't know. Even though you'll defend yourself, it's like you don't like a lot of fighting. You don't want a lot of that around you. You prefer to be happy. You may feel like you're blessed, but at the same time, you're not appreciative of what you have. And they love that. Because like, I'm going to give you more. I'm going to give you more. Because like for some reason, people just want to please you because you're a pleaser to them. You know what I mean? Okay. So one more card, and then we're going to get into some advice. So what do people love? Well, what do they love most about you? That you'll surrender things that aren't necessarily going in the way that you hope they will. You got Virgo. And you're a giver, a time to give rather than take. So you're a giver, all right? But you can be very critical of people. So you like how critical you could be of people. So maybe you maybe look at people's clothing, or you maybe look at like how people do stuff. You could be very perfectionistic. Like, if people mess up, you're like, But they like that. They like how critical you can be of people. Like, like you're like nitpicky. I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like that. You know what I mean? They like that. So you're very peculiar, very particular. Oh, okay. But it gives that with the high priestess here. The high priestess, everything just won't do for her. She knows what works for her. So like you're one of these people that you know what works for you. And you're not letting anybody else outside that tell you that you should be this way or act this way or you should have this. Instead, you're like, well, this is what I want. And because you got the magician energy, that makes you like a master manifester. I can make what I want. Whatever I desire is coming. And that's it. And you trust in your faith. You can trust in your ability to make it happen, because the sun represents a natural ability. And we got the sextile here, which is also abilities that come from hard work or putting some effort in. So all you have to do is put effort in to anything, and it just takes off. And that's what they love about you. Like, damn, you could just make anything happen. Go girl, go dude. They love you. They love you. You probably won't hear that from them. All right, so anyway, let's give you some advice. But But these are people who have deep emotions for you. All right, like deep feelings. They feel connected to you on a soulmate level. Like they naturally get you and they understand you. All right, this is what they love about you. They feel you do the same for them. Like it's like we can't put it into words, but we just know just by being here around each other that this is how we feel about each other. All right. So here's your advice. Opportunity. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. There is nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desires. So let me give you signs again. We got Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Aquarius, Virgo, Leo, Pisces, Virgo, Scorpio, Leo, Aries, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Okay, so that's what we got. We're gonna do the okay. All right. So that's gonna go there. We're gonna put that over there. Excuse me. All right. So pile 4. You. So pile 4. We made it. Okay, pile 4. Here we are. All right. So, pile 4. What do they love about you most? Hey, you're welcome, Sharon. Thank you for rocking and rolling with me. We'll shuffle this up a little bit before I get started. Same thing though. Attuned to the divine. So that came back out. All right, but anyway. So they like that you know you are loved. So you could be dealing with a Libra, could be dealing with a Taurus. Oh, and you know your worth. Ha. So you could be very confident, all right? Confident in your appearance. Because Taurus and Libra, these are signs of like luxury, of appearance, attractiveness, aesthetically pleasing, your clothes. So you may know that you got it like that. That's what they like. That's what they love about you. Like you're confident, like you know you got it like that. Okay. Who are you? And you know what you have to offer. Okay. So what do they love about you? You could be a Capricorn. Oh, they like that you learn from your past. That you're optimistic about whichever way you go. Could be a Sagittarius or a Scorpio that you're dealing with. All right. So they really feel like you're hot shit. All right. They like your self-discipline. All right. For some of y'all, this could be people from school. Or people that you in like training, school, like maybe you're getting used to them or getting like to know them again. So for some, this could be past people, but I kind of feel like this, yeah, it could be past people because Kakati is here. So it could be past people and they like that you know your worth. They like that you be on your shit. That's really it. So some of y'all, they like that you guys could work hard because we got Taurus and we got Capricorn here. So you could be somebody they like that works hard and you like have status or you have like material. You could be very attractive, you know what I mean? And it's usually in your body. So they like your body, all right? Because that's what Taurus represents, is the physical body. So they like the physical body. And we got Earth here, which also represents that. All right? So I don't know why I just did that, but we'll get back to that. I just was messing with the, I don't know, I was messing with the advice for some reason. That was pointless. But anyway, we'll get to that. So we'll see how that all comes back around. So people like how you always have choices and that you always have new love around you. So you may have a lot of options. Like you can be very attractive. We got a lot of Libra energy here and we got a lot of Taurus energy here. So a lot of Libra, Taurus, and that's like Venusian energy. So you're attractive. That's what people really love about you. Your looks, all right? Your aesthetics. Could be your monetary gain, but not really. It's not really that. It's you. And they feel like you have a practical plan. Like you're always steady, moving, methodical. You know what I mean? It's not like analytical, but it's more methodical. You're going to keep moving. You're going to keep getting what you desire. You take care of your body. You keep care of people around you. You're very optimistic. And you always have options. You can always go over here or you can go over there. Like it's like the opportunities are limitless. They can see you because we got Sagittarius energy here. They can see you as a big deal. right? Like they feel like you're very pure, okay, and you have a lot of drive. Like you can find whatever to get you motivated. Like it doesn't take much to get you inspired. Whatever it is that you want or you desire, you just get inspired and it becomes like a passion for you, or it becomes the driving force behind you. So let's say that you want to get a car or a house, right? You want to get a car or a house, and this is what you've been thinking about. Maybe you want a certain car, a certain house, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna get this. And that's what you work for. You're dedicated. You're like, it wakes you up every day. You get motivated to go do this every day. You're like, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm gonna do. And you make it into something, all right? But they also know that you have something to offer. Like you know what you have to offer wherever you go. And that's why they feel like you always have options. You always have choices. They feel like you're always on a mission. And like you're always optimistic about where you're going or what's gonna happen. Hey, Anna. All right, but they feel like you have a plan too. But they just feel like you just follow that plan slowly, consistently. You're not tripping. You're not in a race. You just know you're going to get to that finish line. Because that's Taurus is like that. I know I'm going to get to the finish line. I just take my time, the practical steps, one by one, paying attention. You know what I mean? And that's what they feel like. This is what they love about you. So for some of y'all, maybe you went back to schooling, or you went to like training, or you're in training. You know what I mean? And because it's Taurus, I would think like physical training, weight training, but it doesn't have to be that. It could just be like, you're training something, you're learning something new. You can be getting reoriented to your body in general, like learning what makes you happy, learning what you need to eat, learn, you know what I mean? Like they feel like you're becoming a lot more devoted to you as a person, as a physical, you know what I mean? Like maybe in your appearance, you know what I mean? So a lot of people love that. Okay. Anyway, they feel like you have choices. That's a big thing. Choices and options. Whatever you want to do, they feel like you can do it. Let's use that. Let's use these first. So anyway, what do people love about you? Yes, and fucking yeah. All right. What do they love about you? That you're materialistic. Someone values you more. Oh, someone values what you can give them more than they value you. So people value you for your look. Because it even says here, running through chimneys, visiting different holes, and giving pleasure kinds of gifts. So they can like that you have options. For some of you, they like that you sleep around. All right. Anyway, because they feel like, so because we got the earth lessons here, this is usually about being understanding the human condition, you know what I mean? Recognizing like people are people, you know what I mean? So they feel like you're understanding of like the human condition of life. Like, situations happen and you could be very understanding of both sides, you know what I mean? You could be very critical or judgy in a traditional way, but you can also be understanding in a non-traditional way of like, oh, well, there's duality to life. So you get it, you know what I mean? So you could be somebody who loves people in a more, I'm gonna say in a more unconditional way. If that makes sense. Like, you get it. You understand. People go through shit. You're like, oh, that's who you were at one time. Or maybe you had to experience that, but you learn from it. So it's like you're one of those people where you have like, people feel like getting attached to you in a sexual way, like heals them. It heals them in a way. You know what I mean? It could also feel like a sacred sexuality between y'all. Like there's a connection. Like there's a deeper connection between y'all based on the sex. Like it's not just sex. So like even if it's just casual, like they still feel like there's a deeper bond than that. It's not just sex. We're really connected. You know what I mean? We're really building something. So it just kind of like, what is it? Oh, some of them, they like that you have divination gifts. So like, spiritual, psychic, whatever, you know what I mean? Anyway, but yeah, so what it is, they like that you have like other options, that you can go wherever, be wherever. And you make things happen. You have like a drive, a spark that makes you get up every day. Or like, maybe it's the spark that draws them towards you. Like, you know how you can be very devoted and very passionate about what you want, and other people see it and they're like, yeah, you're on it. I'm coming too. Because they're like, hey, wherever you're going, it's got to be going to success. Because we got the Sagittarius energy here. So they assume you to be a big deal. So a lot of people are holding out hope or building a family with you. Didn't I say that earlier? They want to be devoted to you. So some people want to be married to you. They want you to make up your mind. They always feel like you have one foot in, one foot out, but they love that. Like they love that you give this family vibe. So you can have like the principles and morals and values of like being in a committed relationship. And like, I'm gonna say it's like a fantasy. Cause I got Capricorn energy here again. I got Temperance, I got Pisces, and I got Aquarius energy. So it's like they kind of hope that this can happen. Like they hold out hope of this becoming something big. All right, like they like that you have these family values and that you know about like expressing emotional well-being or sharing emotional well-being. Like you're not someone who stays around to be abused if you're not being treated right. That's what they like. They like that you can go off and just go, hey, well, I'll go over here then. If he ain't gonna treat me right, Danny up the block like me too. And he willing to pay, or he willing to look out and do this, that, and the third. So they like that you can take your love elsewhere because you know what you come to offer. They like that. So it's like you're not gonna stay around and be abused. You're not gonna be staying around and being mistreated or be used. You don't need that. So it's like, cause like they feel like you have great relationship values, but at the same time, it's like you don't need that. You learn from past experiences what's fair. So like you're one of those people who's like, I know what I bring to the table. I know what's fair. A to D, it's my D. D always shows up. Thanks, D. That's what they like. But really, your physical body. So you could be having a physical body, like a nice, if you're a man, they think you have a nice penis. If you're a woman, they like your physical body, like the structure of it, the actual shape. Usually the curves and all that stuff, so they like that. All right, and because we got Libra here, you could be a little slimmer. So because we got Libras, but usually it's just aesthetically pleasing. The body itself is aesthetically pleasing. Even if you thought, I'm overweight, I'm too skinny, I'm too frail, I'm too whatever, just the body itself is pleasing. That's what they like, just the shape of it. So, you know what I mean? And just imagine that other people want the same from you and that you're just like, the bee's knees. All right. But anyway, let's go else. Let's see what else we got. So, what do people love about you? For some of y'all, they love that you guys have gotten over like addictive behaviors or patterns. So like if you used to smoke, drink, overeat, they like that you've like broken free of that and started to heal for yourself or starting to take care more of your health, starting to focus more on like your emotional well-being. It says, yep, the older you get, the less you suffer fools gladly. That's what that card says. Yeah, so you're starting to trust in your intuition, starting to trust how you feel about situations, and you'll detach very easily. And that's what they love about you. Like, yeah, people can't treat you any type of way. They like that. Like the person who knows their worth, they're like, this is my partner. This is who I want as a partner. Somebody who doesn't let people misuse them or mistreat them. They like that about you. Yeah. For some of y'all, you could be like teaching them or training them. Like, so maybe they love that you're like, you're like I'm not gonna say a mentor, like maybe like a spiritualist. For some, it could be like maybe you're vegan or you eat like very healthy, because temperance could be people who eat healthy. So like you could focus on what you eat, like what you intake into your body or what you intake into your psychological factors. Like you pay attention to that. Like you pay attention all the way around what your emotional well-being is. Like you care about your peace. That's a big thing. Like you care about your peace. And they like that. But they also like that you can be very pushy about the things that you really want in the end, like the end results of things. Like you want to see results. And they like that. Like you push to see things happen. Like, yo, did it kick you out? YouTube is on some hate stuff. Thank you to D. Merry Christmas to you too. In case y'all didn't know, I didn't really, I celebrate Christmas, but I don't celebrate it. I grew up without it. So like I bought gifts and stuff and I gave gifts out, but like I didn't really care too much. I got some gifts too, but I didn't really care too much. I'm like, it's a holiday for me. Even my birthday feel like a regular day. I just be happy that on that day, I get to do what I want even more. And nobody says nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't have to show up and do nothing. I could just be like, hey, I take my little Capricorn suit off and it'd be the Grinch. And I could just be like chilling. You know what I mean? I don't have to appease anybody that day. Holiday it is. Anyway, y'all. So for some of y'all, they love that you're an aspiring star or you get a lot of attention for like your natural abilities. Like, you're not afraid to express who you are, your authentic version. Right? They like that you're healing. So it's really your body a lot for some of y'all, and the way you intake like health or how you like focus on your emotional and physical well-being. Like, you know what I mean? So this could be like the way you dress. This could be like the way you eat. This could be a way that for some of y'all, this could be like training, working out. Like, it's like you focus on your appearance. They like that. Like, that's your selling point. If you were ever wondering what should you do, this your selling point is your beauty, your attractiveness. Even if you're a male, you feel like you're very disciplined, very masculine, or very driven and inspired to see, I was gonna say to see your body change or to see changes. And you have a lot of self-discipline that helps you get that done. It's your natural nature that they like. Like you have this natural ability to stay stable within yourself. So like even if other people try to rock you off or try to get you like confused in your emotions or force you or push you to be in like situations that aren't really beneficial for you or aren't really geared towards making you happy as well, you're not with it. You're like, nah, I'm cool. I always got choices. I always got options. Nah, I'm cool. And they love that about you. They love that. So it's like it's almost like saying they have to play fair. You know what I mean? It's like, I have to do you right. And that's what they love. It's like, it's almost in a forceful way, but it's not. It's more in a play, not a playful way, but more in like it's a secure way. I'm gonna say secure, because that's what it feels like. It feels more secure around you. It's like I become a lot more aware of myself and the world around me. So you could be like a teacher or like have a lot of like world experience or a lot of traveling experience. Like you could have lived outside the country before. You could have traveled outside the country before. You could have, I don't know, anything, even starting social media. You know what I mean? If you live in a small town, small city, even a large city, Some people aren't doing that. You know what I mean? Your neighborhood, they don't know that. They're like, oh, I never did that before. So you sometimes it can seem that way because you got Sagittarius. It just like it can sometimes they can blow you up to be somebody bigger than what you are. It doesn't mean that you're not. It just means that sometimes people project you to be bigger than what you are. You know what I mean? Because of how you carry yourself. And you carry yourself in a way that's like, I know what I come to offer, and this is what I expect, and this is going to make me happy. And it's like it doesn't really come off like you're telling it to them, because I don't really get a lot of swords in this energy of like telling to them. And because we got Libra here, Libra's not that way. Though Taurus can be somebody who's forthright with you, and Sagittarius can be blunt. It doesn't come off as like super blunty. It just comes off as like, if it's not going to work this way, I'm okay, and I can do this over here. So like it comes off as like pleasant and like, you know, harmonious and chill, but it also comes off as like stern. Like I'm serious about what I'm talking about. But like don't trip, because I'm not really tripping about this. But it should go this way. But if it doesn't, I'm just gonna go over here. And maybe you'll be sad, maybe you won't be, but guess what? I won't care. So it comes off like that. You know what I mean? Like, because the devil's here, which is a detached way. A detached way. It's like, I won't care. I'm doing what's best for me and my stability, my emotional well-being. So people love that about you, that you put yourself first. Yep. The way you carry yourself makes you feel like, you know, that you deserve what you're asking for. They may feel like you're very materialistic and you expect the best and you want this fairy tale, this fantasy of like having everything all in line and just falling together at one time. Like you have this picture perfect view. They figure of like relationships or of like connections, and that's why you keep one foot in, one foot out, because they're not matching that picture. But they love that about you, because it's like they don't know what's going to happen and they can't really get one over on you. You know what I mean? So that's really it. Like they feel like you really know, like you're tapped in, you trust in your intuition, you trust in your own feelings. Like you've done enough healing where it's like people can't pull the wool over your eyes anymore, and they love that. They love that about you. So let me give you signs one more time, and then we're gonna give you some advice. So the signs we got: Capricorn, Libra, Taurus. We got Taurus again, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Sag, Pisces, Aquarius. There's one more, I think it was, and Virgo. Yep, and Virgo. They like how you assess situations, how you know what's coming next. So, great job. All right, here's your advice though. Guardian angel, trust. All unfolds in perfect timing. You are one with divine will. Focus only on love, and all you truly desire will manifest at the most perfect moment. Be patient. I, your guardian angel, am watching over you. Great. I love it. So that was part 4, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all always for rocking and rolling. I almost wasn't going to do this because I had some personal readings, and I didn't even finish my Instagram reads. Instagram be making it so hard, man. They be making it so hard. They want you to pay. I'm like, I'm not paying y'all. I'm not paying y'all. I do good content. I'm not paying you. I just have to be more consistent. I can do that. So anyway, what was I about to say? Oh, shit. Let me tell y'all something too, because I seen that over here. I seen this 4 of Pentacles, and I didn't want to say nothing because I was like, how does that make sense? But they think that y'all materialistic, but they also think that you guys are frugal. So like you can spend and get like some of the fancy shit, but then at the same time you be cheap. So like, you know what I mean? That's crazy. You feel me? Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get a Destiny. I'm gonna get him. I always get him in the end. I don't even be tripping on it no more. I know what's hitting for. I know it's gonna happen. Hey y'all, thank y'all always for the support. If you guys haven't, you guys should follow me on Instagram. I think I'm about to do a TikTok too. Thank you, Alexandria. Thank you. Is that you, my little Leo? Thank you so much. I know do totes and t-shirts, right? I know, right? Somebody was saying it. My mom was just asking me that yesterday because I was hanging over there for Christmas and stuff. And she was like, do you have merch? And I was like, I got a class I just created, but I don't have merch. She was like, maybe you should make merch. And I was like, and now I'm hearing you say this. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I should have some merch. And I heard that last year too. And I was like, I drag my feet on stuff. So I don't know. I'm gonna get to it. I am gonna get to it. All right. So I'll figure that out. Y'all. Thank y'all always though for the support. Thanks for all the encouragement. Thanks for rocking and rolling with me. I love to see y'all. I'll be having a ball when we be doing these. You know what I mean? Yes, merch is coming. I did say that in due time, in divine time. Thank you, Shardeezy. I am the best. I am, but y'all the best too. Y'all inspire me to keep being the best. Thank you, Anna. You guys inspired me to be the best. Thank you, Alexandra, so much. Merch is easy, huh? Just the drop shipping. I was thinking about that too. Listen, I had this what you call it? My Etsy. I don't know what happened to my Etsy. I made like 2 sales, and then suddenly they put me on vacation mode, and I didn't know what to do after that. I was like, I don't know what the fuck. So I'm trying to figure that out. I make a Nooners t-shirt, I know, or a boom. A boom. You know what I mean? Remember I used to do the boom all the time? Yeah. Thanks, D. You be safe too. I appreciate you always for the support. Thank you so much. But what was I saying? So yeah, you know what I mean? I've been thinking about shirts. I'm gonna get it going. I'm gonna get it done, y'all. Anyway, I gotta get going. Thank y'all so much. About to call my people, see what they got going on. Fuck with them for a little bit before I take it down. Run my process again. All right, y'all. I'm out. Holler.